Hi all, this is Dr. Eric Fields. So today I'm starting a new series of videos, and each video is going to focus on one particular weight loss strategy that you can start doing today. What I think would be really great is if you did one strategy for several weeks, got really used to incorporating it into your lifestyle, and then added a second one, kept that going for another several weeks, etc., etc., etc. But if you only incorporate one strategy and it sticks, that is significant. So today, what I want to talk about is resistance training. Resistance training is one of the most powerful weight loss strategies that you can do. If you do nothing else, this strategy is super powerful and will really be worth it in terms of your weight loss goals. So resistance training, just like the name implies, right? Those are exercises where we are resisting gravity in a sense. So whether or not we are using our own body weight to basically work against gravity, or we're using actual weights that you can buy, such as 10 pound, 25, 45 pound weights that you would put on a barbell or a dumbbell, or dumbbells that already come preloaded with a certain amount of weight. And then there are kettlebells, which are really popular now as well. But basically, using your body weight or using another type of weight to resist gravity. And that is going to build muscle. And building muscle is great, because when you put on muscle, your metabolism increases. The more muscle you put on, the more your metabolism increases, which means the more calories you burn when you're not doing anything. The great thing about resistance exercises is that it's a twofold benefit. Not only do you burn calories when you do the exercise, but much more importantly, that adding muscle mass to your body, those exercises adding muscle mass to your body, then increases your metabolism, which leads to you burning more calories throughout each and every day. If your caloric needs right now are about 3,000 calories a day, let's say approximately, and you put on a good 10 pounds of muscle, those caloric needs could change easily to 3,500 calories a day. And so if you continue to eat as you had been eating at around 3,000 calories a day, but your needs are now 3,500 calories a day, you're in a deficit. You're in a 500 calorie a day deficit, or a 3,500 calorie a week deficit, which basically means you're losing 1 pound a week from just doing resistance-based exercises 2 to 3 times a week. And I wouldn't recommend doing any more than 3 times a week if you're starting out, and at least twice a week, and full body workouts. If you've never done resistance training before, you're in for a pleasant surprise, because as a beginner, your body will respond very quickly to resistance-based training if you've never really done it consistently in the past. Maybe you've dabbled with it here and there, but I'm talking about if you've never really done it for a long amount or an extended amount of time, your body is going to respond really quickly, and you're going to put on muscle rather quickly. Your strength is going to increase, And after your strength increases, then your muscles increase. I think I have that right from what I remember the bodybuilders saying back in the day when I studied them so much. I think you might recall me mentioning that. That, first the strength goes up, and as your muscles can do heavier and heavier weights or more repetitions of your own body weight, the muscles then have to adapt to that new, pressure that you're putting on them. And to adapt, they get bigger. Something like that. But for sure, resistance training will lead to more muscle mass on your body. And if you're a woman and you're worried about gaining too much muscle and looking really, really bulky, do not fret about that, because while you'll put on muscle mass quickly as a beginner, when I mean quickly, I mean you'll start to notice, that your muscles are getting more shapely and more defined, but it's certainly not going to be the type of experience where you work out and the next day you wake up and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm humongous. That's not going to happen. I know women sometimes fear, getting too bulky from doing resistance-based exercises, but have no fear. It takes a really long time and a lot of work to get to those levels. Trust me. I remember reading the bodybuilder blogs back in the day and their articles and everything else, and how they used to always laugh about, people's concern about that, because they were like, you think this is easy? This takes a lot of work to get to these sizes. But you will put on muscle mass quickly as a beginner, and then it will slow down as you do it, longer and longer, but you will continue to put on muscle mass so long as you are consistent with it and, trying to get stronger. Because increased strength leads to increased muscle size. And increased muscle size leads to higher metabolism and burning more calories all throughout the day, every day. This is super, super important to get started with. If food is still a major issue for you and you haven't tackled that food dependency yet, one thing you can do is, so I guess what I'm saying is, if subtraction is something that you're not that into in terms of math, taking away calories, then let's try addition, which is adding something new to your lifestyle, such as resistance-based exercises. So you can do body weight exercises like push-ups and body weight squats, lunges. There, all sorts of different body weight exercises. If you install a pull-up bar in your doorway, you can do pull-ups. There are tons of them, and you can find these guides online that will show you an endless or seemingly endless number of body weight exercises that you can do right now without any weights. Now, if you want to invest in a couple pair of dumbbells, which can be really inexpensive and cheap, I think you can get a set that has like 3 or 4 different weights in them, like, a 5, 10, and 20 pound dumbbell set for like $40 or even cheaper. Then there are even more things you can do. And then, of course, if you want to join the gym, then there are just endless exercises that you can do. And a lot of people like joining the gym because, having a destination makes them feel like they're going to do it. Like as soon as they leave the house and go to the gym, they know they're working out. Whereas if it's left to you to kind of, get those dumbbells out or clear a spot on your living room floor to get the exercises going, that might be more difficult. And it all depends on your motivational style. I'm a big believer that we have to work with our motivational style. For some people, leaving the house is a bigger issue. And they're like, no, I'd rather do it here. And if you can do it, then that's great. But this is something you can start doing today. 2 to 3 times a week, do full body exercises. Focus on the major muscle groups. So focus on the thigh muscles, which include the front of the thigh, the quadriceps, the back of the thigh, the hamstrings, body weight squats, body weight lunges, all those kind of things will work out the thigh muscles. You can do exercises for the chest, which is another major muscle group, such as push-ups, which also work the shoulders and also work the back of the arms, the triceps. If you have a pull-up bar, you can do pull-ups that will work the back, another major muscle group, and the biceps. There are lots of different things you can do. And then if you add a few dumbbells in the mix, there are even more exercise that you can do. But start doing something and start building some muscle. The trick is to do enough repetitions that you get to a point where you really can't do either any more repetitions or you're pretty close to not being able to do any more repetitions, right? That's the goal. You want to kind of work out the muscles to failure, or at least almost to failure, okay? So a repetition would be, a 1 count, right? If we were going to do 10 repetitions of push-ups, that's 10 push-ups. Simple. This is something that's truly, truly, truly a super powerful weight loss strategy. And like I said, you're talking 2 to 3 times a week. It shouldn't take you longer than a half an hour. You'll zoom through it. You'll do, a series of different exercises. You should do about 3 sets for each exercise. So 3 sets from each exercise, each set coming pretty close to failure. And like I said, try to do exercises that are going to work all those major muscle groups: back, chest, arms, legs, that kind of thing. And then if you're looking for more spots on your body to add muscle, that's great. You could do things for the calf muscles, which are the lower part of the leg. You can do stuff for the forearm. You can do rear deltoid or the back of the shoulder muscles. You can do the trapezius muscle, which is kind of like on the upper mid part of the back. But the most important for you right now is focusing on the major muscle groups and getting an exercise program, established into your routine. 2 to 3 times a week. It's going to take you no more than a half an hour. Like I said, 3 sets of an exercise, as many repetitions as it takes to come close or to failure. And you're going to burn a lot of calories during that half an hour, but you're going to keep burning calories all day long, and you are going to love that. And if you don't do anything differently, if your eating stays the same, you should be losing weight from that. Or if you're in a weight gaining phase, you should stop gaining weight at the very least from this. This is one tip that you can incorporate into your lifestyle right now. I hope you do. And I'll have another video soon about another strategy that you can incorporate into your lifestyle. This is Dr. Fields. I'll talk to you soon.